Hello there, this is Cookies. I've got turn 137 of EA Vanheim as part of the Charlama lobby, where I'm a late game sub. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into it. Cast Manifestation, killed an Adept. So let's go ahead and check that out, see what we killed. And a couple of green lions as well. And just eat them. Alright, because body ethereal, because assassination AI is awesome. Then we have Earth Attack against a Mother of the Deep. That should be pretty standard. Mage of the Deep wins, which it happens sometimes, but not usually. So let's go ahead and see if a lot of water gems. So maybe just water elementals. Quickening. Okay. I don't know why quickening was a thought there. Alright. We got Cloud Trapeze, Curse of Blood. We did a Mind Hunt. Survives. Infernal Disease. Kills. We trade a Adept of the Golden Order. Let's see what we got. Oh. Alright, 65 gems worth of gear. My understanding... Oh, sorry about that. So my understanding was I asked... I think it was TNN about this. And TNN said this had been wished away from him. So I just let him know that the Adept was killed, so he can try and get it back. Phoenix Fire. Okay, he respawns. Ooh, Solar Rays. And they both die. Adorable. Okay. Let's see. Infernal Disease kills the Mage of the Deep. So we can see what gear he might have had. No gear? Okay. Gift of Reason. Manifestation on another Adept. Okay. This is nice. We're getting a lot of Adepts this round. Just the Shambler skin. But still nice to kill one of his slow to recruit Adepts. Oh, runs from the fear aura. Feels bad. Okay, he slowly walks and then dies. Alright. Dire Portent. Infernal Disease kills another... No, I think we already looked at that. Alright, Mind Hunts. This is the hero for Atlantis. I believe it's a nature mage, actually. So this is nice. He won't be able to easily replace that. So yeah. And Seeking Arrow. Just been eating that every turn, and I feel like it hasn't done anything. Maybe it's diseased a couple of guys. Ghost Riders. Earth Attack. Killed a Revenant. Technically worth it, but with Nexus up, probably not. Maybe he has gear, though. No gear, yeah. Earth Attack fails. Alright, Gem Bait. Magic Phase Gem Bait. Fire resistance? Is that a concern underwater? It's not normally something I'm concerned about, but we do get a lot of gems burned. So for 10 death gems, I think this was worth. Is that 3 for Shark Attack, at least 2 for the fire resistance, a bunch of water elementals. So I think we came out ahead on that. Now, I think overall, the assassinations worked out because we killed the guy with the magic lamp. So, At least for this turn. So, yeah. Let's see. Um, we had a number of attacks by Atlantis, and it looks like it was Vengeful Waters that got put up. So let's go ahead and check things out. It's been a couple of weeks since I recorded, so Vengeful Waters was already up then. Just forgive me. Oh, this is cool. Crown of the Titans. Enlarge, size 6. Alright. Oh, they're just walking over on top of the fort. I think that's what they're doing. Yeah, okay, they're just killing PD. Alright. Sorry about that. Wraithlord comes in and basically, just to save us watching this, the trolls all gather around. He's ever so slowly killing them. And then they all run away because of the fear aura. And the Jarl never gets a chance to engage, I believe. We retake this. Now, this is what I do find interesting. We've been getting hit by a lot of individual immortals, but this is a group of immortals. And we saw this happen to TNN. But now it's happening to us. But there's no gear on this. So we can definitely kill this. It's just how we want to try and go about it. And then as soon as we set up a little bit of a scouting network, it dies, per usual. If anything, this game just vindicates all of the games Lucid has, where he just never builds scouts because they just die. But I've gotten a lot of valuable info from scouts in other games. Alright. So we've got a gathering force here. We've killed a lot of adepts. I have a feeling that an army was trying to gather here. I'm a little bit surprised that it wasn't domed, and it still hasn't been domed. Maybe the idea is he's been making them here and teleporting them here, and if he puts a dome here, then he can't teleport them. I would probably, like, not dome this, put water-breathing gear, teleport them there, and then walk them in, is probably what I would do. We're bidding on some mercs. The intention is just to go lock the fort down so the army can't do anything. We also have a plan to deal with this, and to properly deal with this, we gotta hit it in the magic phase. So that's the plan. We've got 4 Jarl thugs, all the experience stars. Now good chance some or all of them die. That's okay. I am at a point where I can slowly replace these guys, but I'm also kind of like maxed out on upkeep, so I can afford to use gold units as long as I don't use them so quickly that my fire gems can't replace them, or my fire and earth gems via alchemy. So that's kind of the idea there. I thought we might have been. I think we're also doing some assassinations and remotes there as well to try and thin the herd. In terms of forging, we've turned back on golem production. I forget if we had stopped it. I think we had stopped it. So we're doing another golem. I think this looks like a lot of thud gear. And we're also getting a barrel of air and a Sea King's goblet. Okay, so some of the breathing items are for this army down here. We've got some stuff that isn't covered. And we've got some stuff that is. I don't know. For some reason, I care about even the peasants in my armies. So we're going to go ahead and make these guys breathable. And I think the Sea King's goblets, yeah. So the Sea King's goblets are meant for Yomi. And I think I'm going to forget to send them next turn. Because I do most of the turn Because I put these under construction before we finalize things, and then but it happens next turn when I've already got them, and I don't get the reply back from Yomi at a time, and then work got busy, so I didn't quite get them sent back out. I didn't make it back to the turn, and then the turn rolled. So I'm probably not going to send a. I'm going to miss sending it for a turn, and then it's going to get sent the next turn, and hopefully that's okay. I think I get distracted by the false pretender starting back up. So I get distracted by other games and by work. I think it's a combination of things, but false pretenders being another game, which I don't know, that might finish before this releases at the pace this is going. Especially if I die early in that game, which I think there's a reasonable chance I die. Maybe, I mean, possibly in the early game, but I think more likely in the early mid game. I think the later in that game I go, the more surprised I'll be. Mostly because it's my first intermediate game starting from scratch, but that'll be fun. Alright, in terms of this stuff, we are doing it, because of the number of mages we hit there, we're going to go ahead and Flames from the Sky it, just to see what else is there that's might also be squishy. A lot of this stuff is not squishy. It's not going to care. Vine Ogres, Green Lions, Mechanical Men, Draconians, none of those are going to care about Flames from the Sky. But maybe there is something there that will care. And Nar will find out. We're continuing to mind hunt like crazy. And continuing to blood hunt. This might have been the turn, either this turn or next turn, where I spend a bunch of time scripting everything. Like, I script out this whole army and, like, unload a lot of gear onto it to get it ready to fight this Atlantis force. And then the Atlantis force runs away. I guess that's a spoiler, but yeah, it's going to be pretty anticlimactic. We are going to put up a forest dome, though. And yeah, because they aren't harming the walls, so I'm not even concerned about them breaking in right now. I thought he might. I'm not even sure if Crumble can cast underwater. Maybe it can. Yeah, it can. But even with Crumble, I don't know, maybe he kills like a mage or something, like a low HP mage, but I think this army can beat. Even if this army got hit by a couple of Flames from the Sky, I think it could beat his army. That's all I'm gonna say. I moved a lot of stuff down here. I was expecting him to like teleport stuff on, potentially as well, but it never happened. So yeah, I think that's it. So that'll wrap up this particular turn. So I'll see you in turn 138. Although I will say, we did move out our devils. So we've got our first batch of devils that we've moved out. Hopefully one of many to come. It's kind of hard to drag them underwater, and they don't get all their heat effects and stuff, but I think they'll be fantastic for controlling, having a group of flying troops that can control this whole region without relying on magic phasing Cloud Trapeze thugs. So it'd be nice to just kind of like bully around in here with normal troops. Would save a lot of gems. So even if some of them get killed by like super combatants and stuff, I can respond to those super combatants with the Cloud Trapezing stuff and mind hunts and everything else. So maybe they can draw some stuff out. All right, so I'll see you in turn 138. Have a good one.